Now that was quite the unexpected outcome, like, that final part of the episode, just that entire final segment of the episode. Holy fuck, like, that is something that threw me off. I was like, whoa, the entirety of the first season of Arslan has been the fight over who's going to be, like, the next ruler of the kingdom. And, you know, you have it to where who's going to get to the throne. And then all of a sudden, the original king, the last king, he fucking breaks out of prison. He breaks them fucking chains and he just starts killing bitches with chains. Yo, savage. Just fucking savage. Like, I did not think I would see something that savage on the first episode. But also, the king that's been in prison for so long snaps the fucking chains and just rips people apart. Oh my god. If that doesn't say how strong that king is, how badass he is, I don't know what else can. That man is a fucking monster to be able to do what he just did in this episode. And just completely flip the series on top of its head. Because that was something I don't think any of us saw coming. Unless you read the original source. I guess that's the only way. But when it came to me as an anime only, looking at this episode, and I saw that, I was like, bro, whoa, this is going to be something you could never expect is probably going to happen. I mean, this season now, I don't even know what to expect. Because after the events of this episode, it just complicates the entire matter. So what's it mean now? Like, the next person to get a part of the throne? Like, Arslan's been, you know, building an army and all sorts of shit to take back the city, the royal capital, but it's kind of already taken back. So what the fuck? So yeah, there's just so much right here with this episode. I'm like, okay, so what does this mean for the plot now that this is going on? And then also with the sword as well. I mean, the sword was stolen. And so, yeah, Bowden now has the sword that supposedly can make it to where you can ascend to the throne, but now it's gone, it's in their hands, and then now the king is there, and you're like, what the hell? So, yeah, just completely, quite a twist, a plot twist, big fucking plot twist with this new episode, the beginning of Season 2 of Arslan. So, let's talk about it. So, Season 2, majority of it, is actually kind of like reintroducing the characters once again, if you understand what I mean. Like, half of the episode, or a little bit more than half of the episode, was kind of giving us a little bit of the rundown. Like, you know, what is going on in the series, giving us a reintroduction to a lot of our characters, getting to see them once again on screen. Like, all of our main cast, majority of our main cast, got shown in this episode. We got to see them, we got to see their voice actors acting once again, we got to see even Give actually in this episode and battling and fighting, which I didn't expect to see him so soon, especially in Season 2. So, I mean, him reappearing was a really good, I love Give so much, he's one of my favorite characters, and seeing him in this episode made me happy, but then when I saw that King stuff at the end, I'm like, bro, that's badass! So, I mean, the episode overall, regardless of some of the moments being rather slow because of the reintroductions, it was still a very good episode, and it definitely had everything I loved from Arslan. Now, speaking of some things, there were a couple of problems with this first episode, which I have talked about in my, you know, anime reviews of the first season, and that would be the CGI. Now, like I've said many times beforehand in my other reviews, the first season reviews, I can look past CGI. CGI overall doesn't bug me. I mean, I mainly am here for the story. CGI is a compliment, and I would love non-CGI or good CGI, but we're not going to have that. So, I'd rather have a good story, and I could look past the CGI because of a good story and the plot twist and shit we got in this episode. But if there's one thing I have to say that there was a problem with this episode, it would be the CGI, which clearly they didn't, you know, change after the first season. But besides CGI, however, the art and animation looked absolutely beautiful. It really did. Now, art, it was kind of in a little bit of areas, but the animation-wise, very fluid, had no problems with it whatsoever. So it was a very good episode, a very good start. And if it says anything, it seems like we have a lot of quality to expect from Season 2 of Arslan. Speaking of Season 2, that Season 2 opening song, I think we have a, maybe a possible winner for my favorite new opening song from Summer of Anime 2016. Like, I've already heard a couple of series, I've seen a couple of opening songs and stuff from this anime season, and Arslan's opening song is personally one of my favorite opening songs. Clearly, just the music, the vocals alone. I just love the music. I love that absolutely. Now, when talking about the visuals in the opening song, I don't necessarily believe the visuals in the opening song really fit the actual music. But that's just my personal preference. It doesn't mean it was actually bad, just my personal preference. But the music, however, I love the music. The music that was used. I even love the new soundtracks that were used in this episode as well. I do like what they did. And I do like how they did the, you know, commercial break type sound effect. They used that once again from the original Season 1. I'm glad they used that once again in Season 2. It just reminds me of, you know, the first time I was watching Arslan. So that was a nice nostalgic moment for me, even though it's kind of not been that long. Has it been that long? How long has it been since season 1 of Arslan aired? Was it last year, I think? Didn't Arslan season 1 air in summer of last year? I could have swore it did. It's been a long time now, I think. Holy fuck, it's been about a year since Arslan aired. Holy hell. So yeah, Arslan, Season 2, Episode 1. Good start. Very good, solid start for the next season of Arslan. A lot of potential setup, especially, like I said, with the king. And then also, you know, Silver Mask, too. You know, trying to hunt down the sword. But now the sword's up and lost because Bodin has it. And then now with Arslan, now venturing off to try to, go back to the royal capital and capture it again. But now realizing that his father's back. What's that really spell for the remainder of Season 2? What the fuck is going to happen? So yeah, a lot of questions I have right now. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How'd you feel about Season 2 of Arslan, the first episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.